Okay, so all the kits come in a box like this, and they all contain something different. So let's walk through what we have here. And this is a birthday kit. And I believe this is called Birthday Sparkles. Let me look here just so we know for sure. Everything is still all kind of wrapped up in there. Yes, it's called Birthday Sparkle. And you can kind of see what we're going to get in here. So first, let's go over this. You have a little ink spot, and this is the Early Espresso ink. You have some stamps here. One says Happy Cake Day. The other one says it's your birthday. One says yay. And then it's like you have some little sparkles, if you will. And there's some journaling lines or something here. So we'll see what we do with that here in a minute. Let me open this up. Put this to the side. Oh my goodness, let me pull out something that's can help us out a little bit better here. There we go. Okay, here we have a stamping block, it looks like, which is really nice. These can get pretty expensive, so that is really nice that they include one. So a stamping block. So what you do is if you're new to stamping, you use these with your stamps, and we'll demonstrate that when we get to that part, but that's really nice to have that. And it looks like we have some twine, some baker's twine here. And I'm not quite sure what those little sticks are. Let me see if I can open this a little and we'll find out together. So twine, and not sure what those are, but we're going to find out together. Then we have 3 polka dotted pieces of paper. See if I can get you to see that in the camera. Then we have 1, 2, 3 of these. It's like a light tan paper with a gold foil. Let's see if I can get you the gold foil in there. Detail around the sides, and then this will just pop out. So there are 3 of those. You have some dimensionals, which are foam dots. So you can get some dimension on your cards, and they're sticky on both sides. And from my understanding is they always give you more than you need in these kits, so you get to use some and have them left over in your studio to use. These are all perforated, and these look like they're going to be candles, and those are all perforated too. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 card envelopes. And you have gold trim there, gold foil, and gold foil on the back. And this looks to be card bases. And there's 1, 2, 3 of those. Then we have, to me it looks like another card base, and with a birthday cake on them. And there are 3 of those. Then here we have some little punch out details. There's a tag here. It looks like a cupcake. They all have a hole punched in them, these 2. So they're going to be tags. We have some balloon shapes. I know it's hard to see on camera, but they're all perforated here. There's 2 sheets of those. And on the tags, there's a little gold foiling of like a firecracker on there. And here we have some white punch outs, and there's a balloon on here. It looks like the top of a cupcake, some banners. Here's some gold foiling details and some gold foil or some gold glitter. And there are some punch outs on here. It's pretty difficult to see. Hopefully you can kind of see there, they pop out. I am not quite sure what these are for, but we're going to find out together. So here we have directions. And I want to say, for whatever reason, I got 2, but I'll hang on to 1. Maybe there's a reason why. So let's see how this goes. So it goes through 1, 2, 3. So that makes 1 card. You have 1, 2, 3 for this card. Then you have 3 to make a tag, and then 4 to make a tag. So let's just do one at a time. So we are going to open this up. Let me cut this because I like to keep the lids on these. Kind of a little hack for you. So I only open one side and then I leave the other side connected. There we go. And then it's having me put, first it's asking me to put these on the blocks. So I'm wondering if there's a particular order. Let's see. Let's go with It's Your Birthday first. So the way I normally put these down on a block, it's just a lot easier if you set them down. I know it's hard to see right now. Let me get a dark piece of paper. Bear with me. See if I can find the scrap here. Okay, this will just allow you to see what I'm doing a little bit better. So to get these on our stamping blocks, just a lot easier if I lay them down flat on something. You take your stamping block and you just pick it up that way. So now it's telling me to, and the directions is to get out a white balloon top. So let's do this one. And then I need 2 of the craft colored or light brown balloon tops. So we're going to do that. And what we're going to do on the white one is we are going to stamp It's Your Birthday. And I'm going to go ahead and test this on a piece of paper first, a scratch paper. Get this down in the screen. Let me try it one more time. Sometimes when they're new stamps, you have to just stamp it off a couple times to get the processing powder off of the stamp. And it looks like it's good. So I'm going to ink it up. And we're going to bring this over here. And I'm going to lay this down on my balloon. And you don't want to rock it, you just lay it down straight. And I'll lift it up. Now on these, what it's wanting me to do is take this little polka dot one. Let me get a wipe out of my drawer, baby wipe. I use this to clean off my stamps. Not all the time, but this one's just handy because my stamp chamois is not wet right now. Okay, and you always want to put these back right after you use them because they have a habit of running away from your desk. Okay, so here's this one. And I think I'm gonna go the opposite direction with this, and I'm gonna flip my little ink spot over and ink up this way just so I make sure I get everything on there. And I'm gonna test it first again. Looks fabulous. So let's try that. Okay. I'm going to bring my balloon over to the scratch piece of paper because I don't want to get any ink on this orange paper because I can use that. All right. There is going to be some that comes off the side, which is great. That's what you want. It looks a little bit more organic. Okay, so there's that one. We'll clean this up, and next it wants us to use the striped stamp that we have over here. So we'll put this one back on the little carrier packaging. It keeps everything safe. Put that back in there like that and pull off our stripe. And sometimes to get some of that packaging material off, the processing powder, just kind of take your fingers and rub your stamp. Let me put this down here like this and pick it up. And again, I'm gonna bring the ink to the stamp instead of the opposite way, just because it's a little bit bigger. The stamp is bigger than my little stamp pad here. Okay. Let's see how that works. Perfect. So this one, it looks to have a direction to it, so you want to make sure that you're doing this the right way. Down here is where you'll want this to be, down at the base of your balloon. And again, it may come off the sides of the balloon, and that's great. That's kind of what you want it to do. So it will come off the sides. So again, I'm going to put this up on my white piece. I'm going to try and line this up as best I can. There we go, and I'll let that sit there for a minute. And you can just gently pull this off when it sticks like that. And there we go. So that looks to be all of the stamping. Okay, I had a minute to go find what they were wanting me to use on this card. So here is the base. I'm gonna go ahead and use some tape on this of my own that I have, just easier. And this is just going to get put down right in the middle of this gold foiling, and this is the polka dot paper. Then what they're wanting us to do is turn over. Bear with me just a moment. I've got something sticky stuck to my fingers. Come on. Okay, let's turn our balloons over, and we're going to use some dimensional dots on them. And we're going to do one in the center of the brown balloons. And we're going to do two in the middle of the white balloon. And what they're wanting us to do is to stamp 3 lines here with another one of our stamps that came in the kit. So this one, because it's a little difficult to set down and put on your block, I'm just going to lay it here very gently so I can keep it straight. Let's see if I can do that again. I think I'm going to want to test that just to make sure it's straight. And these are going to become the balloon strings. I think it's got a little wiggle in it. Let's see. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to guess on the placement, and we'll spread them apart equally. It kind of gives you a picture here in the diagram as to where the string should be. Strings, I use the word loosely. A stamped string. Okay, there's one. And you kind of want to line up the bottoms. There's 2. And trying to see, pardon my head. Okay, so let's wipe that off. I put that back so we don't lose that little guy. Oh, so that sticky thing is stuck to me again. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put down our brown balloons first. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put this one right here. And then we need to do a little bit of work on this one. So what we're going to do is that'll end up going there. But we have this little foil piece that I pulled off of here, or glitter piece. And I'm going to be attaching that to this. So first what I think I'm going to do is we'll put it down on this right here first. And then it's wanting us to take some of this twine. I love that they send you so many things that you don't have to like go looking for anything. It's like all here. Okay, and it's wanting us to tie a little knot there, or a bow. Bear with me, guys. Almost there. And I believe the little dots that came in here were glue dots. Let me double check in my little stack of things over here. Should have kept these all separated. Here we go. Let's see what happens there. Yes, these are little glue dots. So this is intended for putting the bows on. So on these, you just take off the cover and then use them on your balloon. Then I'm going to take off the back of these dimensional dots, bring back over my card, and attach it right there. And that is our first card. So that one's done, and I believe there's enough there to make 3 of those. So moving on to our second card. We are going to do some more stamping, and we're going to this time bring in the one that says Happy Cake Day. All right, let's put this down here and then pick it up. Okay, kind of do a rub-dub-dub on there. What would probably be a wise idea when you get these, and if I do another demo on these, and I will, just go through and separate everything so it's all in a nice clean stack and ready to use. So let me finish pulling these out so we don't have to go searching for them again. Let's give it a test. Perfect. I must say, since I've joined Stampin' Up, coming over from Close to My Heart had an incredible product line too, but the stamps here, I mean, almost always are stamping super clean. I love it. Okay. Let's line this up on our tag over here. Okay. perfect. And I'm getting this piece of paper dirty, but we'll hang on to it and I can use the other side. All right, so I'm going to put that aside. It's now wanting us to load up the stamp that looks like confetti. Let's make sure it's okay. Perfect. And I don't think it makes much of a difference, but it shows you a direction that your stamp should go, but I don't think it would make any difference which way you have it going. And then we're going to do 2 more stamps with the confetti. We are now going to take these little sticky dots and we're going to put them, one here and one over here. I think I'm going to add an extra one right here. And the reason being is they are wanting us to attach this bow underneath, right? Whoops, I need to take there's a little bit of a dot on here that exposes then the sticky side, and I didn't do that. So pull those off. Trying not to bend this gold piece just so it doesn't have any creases in it. I'll lay this down. I'm going to put this dot here. And, excuse me, the bow. And that's off of the brown baker's twine again. I'm going to use some dimensionals on here. And we'll take this off of here. And then what we're going to do with this piece, move all of this aside for a minute, is we are going to come in and kind of center our cake in the center there. And we are going to use some more of our dots. They are little tiny things. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Not good when you're on video. Okay, so I put 3 little of those dots on the back of here. And what I'm going to do is lay that across here. And you want to line it up with the gold dot or gold line that's above it. Then I'm going to come in with the stamp that we made earlier. I've taken, yes, all of the release tape off of there. And we're going to center that. And it simply says Happy Cake Day. Then we are going to come in and put some dimensionals on the back of this. And you do want them to be, you have enough here to do this, but I would put 1 on each corner and then 1 on the center of each run here, just so they don't collapse. You know, when they go through the mail system, they'll get a little smushed. We don't want that. So in other words, it's going to come in from each of the sides. So there we have that. And then for each of our candles, we have a glittery wick that we're going to put on there. And to expose these, just kind of bend this a little, and it'll be easier to see where each of these are at. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of the wick at the bottom so you can see that. I will take pictures of these cards close up at the end of this video and put the still shots at the end so you can get a real close-up view. So that is a cute card. I like that one. So that is our second card. So moving on, we are now going to work on, it looks like, tags. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take one of our cupcake tops. It has a little bit of a line in it. So you want the side that has a little bit, I don't know if you can see that. It's like a beige line. You want that one, and they want us to use the stamp that says, yay. So make sure you've got it the right direction, and it's wanting us to do it over here in the right-hand corner. Perfect. There is a tiny slit in the top of the cupcake, and it's telling you to slide that through there. And then what they want us to do is take this and attach it there. And we want to use another one of these glue dots. Let me make sure I have the right direction here. Perfect. And we want to do that. And we are going to then, these are so cute. We're going to attach that here with a little bit of the brown craft paper showing. And I'll use some of my double stick tape here. And I'm not sure, let's see what they want us to do here. We'll attach this first. Again, I think you would want quite a few on here. Let's see, I think that should be enough. Make sure I have them all off. You know what I'm going to do too is I have some tape that I'm going to put on this right here. I don't want it to slip out. This is called tear tape. This stuff is great for things like this. And you can find that over on my shopping link, which will be down below. And this stuff is pretty darn strong. So let me pull the release tape off of this too. And again, you don't want this right at the edges. You want it to come in a little bit from the edge. All right, and then it's actually asking us to do more of our baker's twine here. And this is just so you can attach this to your gift. So for right now, I'm just going to make a little loop here. That way when I go to use it, I'll be able to do that easily and just undo it and tie it to my gift. So there is that. Cute. And we have one more. Now we're going to do the tag. So on the tag, what it's asking us to do is stamp, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. And this is, I think, our last stamp to use. So, okay, so this goes right in the center of this white oblong piece. There's that. Yay! Okay, so we're going to take these are the candles, so we're going to flip them over. And we are going to put some of these tape dots, these little ones on the back. Okay, so those are ready to go. Then they want us to take this piece like this. And we're going to First, make sure I only have one. And we're going to attach it right in there. So with this, I'm just going to use my double stick tape. Then we're going to take our tag here. Let me pop out that center. And we're going to make sure our release tapes are off of here. I do want to put some dimensionals onto this portion. We're going to take these now. And I'm going to put one up in here. And there'll be one other thing we'll need to do when we put this down. So this will come up just a little from the bottom, maybe a 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to go back to our foil pieces here, our glitter pieces. And I'm just covering up the end of the candle slightly, this brown piece. Okay, and then you just use a little bit more twine there. All right, I wanted to come back on camera and just kind of go over a few things. I've gone ahead and I've put all of the cards and all of the tags together. So we have 3 of each item. So I have 3 cards here, 3 cards here, tags and tags. And then I have envelopes for all of the cards here. And I wanted to show you what I have left over that's reusable. I've got my little Stampin' Spot, which is in the early espresso, so hang on to that. They sent me a little extra tag or a stick. It almost looks like a toothpick that is here for the tags that I used. They send you some extra stamping pieces in case you probably make a boo-boo. So I would probably only stamp as many as you need and then keep the others for something else, another project possibly. So I would do that a little bit differently. These were the inside of this card, and these are completely usable for another card. In fact, I'm going to use them on some Christmas cards I'm putting together. So don't get rid of those. Those are great pieces. And I have a few extra of the candle wicks left here. I think there's 2 left. And I have just a very little bit of twine, just enough to probably make 3 more cards. There's that. I have a few sticky dots left. I have a few the dimensional dots left. And of course, this acrylic stamping block, which is awesome. And then all of these stamps that I can reuse again. So that is everything for that kit. So I think that is just a killer deal. And in regards to time to put it together, I probably took about, I'd say an hour, hour and a half. And again, what I would do differently in putting this together is I would separate the whole kit. I would punch out the pieces, put like card 1, card 2, card 3 together, and just kind of get a grip for the whole thing before I started. And I think that would save some time. So for my first time around, will I order more? Heck yeah. I think these are awesome. And I can have them in my stash for when I have a last minute birthday or a gift I need to give. So there's our treat for today. And on the bottom of the screen, I'm going to put the name of the person who won the stamp and die set for this last month. And if you could drop me an email down below and just remind me what your comment said so we can make sure that we're on the same page. And until then, bye-bye.